The observation deck of the research vessel hummed with confused murmurs. Chief Researcher Kilara of the Luminous Expedition pressed her sensory tendrils against the holographic display, her 3 iridescent eyes narrowing in disbelief. The human settlement below appeared to be committing collective suicide every single rotation. As the primary xenobiological researcher for the Galactic Consortium, Kilara had studied thousands of intelligent species across hundreds of star systems. She had documented civilizations that communicated through electromagnetic pulses, species that existed as living crystal networks, and organisms that could survive in the heart of neutron stars. Yet nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared her for humans and their incomprehensible practice of complete neural shutdown. The scanning equipment showed an entire planetary population simultaneously losing consciousness for precisely 8 standard hours. It was like watching a sophisticated organism voluntarily paralyze itself, leaving itself vulnerable to any potential predator or environmental threat. Her preliminary report would be met with ridicule back at the Central Research Academy. Prepare detailed bioscan recordings, she instructed her junior researchers. This defies every known survival protocol in the documented universe. The holographic displays flickered with intricate data streams, mapping the bizarre human sleep cycle in excruciating detail. Biological systems powered down to minimal functionality. Neural networks reduced to near-zero activity. Muscle groups relaxed into complete inactivity. It was as if these beings intentionally rendered themselves defenseless for a significant portion of their daily cycle. Most species in the galaxy viewed unconsciousness as a fatal vulnerability. The Krelvax hunters could track and eliminate prey during their rest periods. The Silicon Collective maintained constant quantum awareness, with no periods of reduced functionality. Even the most primitive pack predators knew that sleep meant certain death. Yet here were humans, a recently discovered species on a relatively unremarkable planet in a distant spiral arm, seemingly defying every known rule of survival. Kilara's research assistant, a young quantum-merged being named Zor, adjusted the spectral analysis filters. Chief Researcher, the neural regeneration patterns are extraordinary. Their brain activity during this shutdown period is unprecedented. Indeed, contrary to expectations, the human brain wasn't truly dormant. Complex neurological processes continued beneath the surface of unconsciousness. Memory consolidation, emotional processing, creative problem-solving, all occurring while the organism appeared completely vulnerable. The human settlement stretched across a diverse landscape of artificial structures and carefully managed environmental zones. Automated systems continued functioning with remarkable precision. Robotic maintenance units moved silently through streets and infrastructure, completing tasks with mechanical efficiency. Transportation networks adjusted routes, agricultural systems monitored crop developments, and communication networks maintained their constant data flow. They've developed compensatory mechanisms, Zor continued, his quantum-integrated consciousness parsing the data streams. The collective system remains operational even when individual units are non-functional. Kilara made a series of complex gestures, activating multiple recording protocols. Every minute detail needed documentation. This was more than a simple biological curiosity. This was a potential paradigm shift in understanding collective intelligence and survival strategies. The humans below remained blissfully unaware of the galactic observation. Entire families lay in horizontal positions, covered in soft textile coverings, their breathing synchronized in a mesmerizing rhythm. Children, elders, workers, all surrendering to this mysterious process with complete trust in their environmental and social systems. Prepare a comprehensive xenobiological report, Kilara instructed. We need to understand how a species this seemingly fragile could have developed complex technological capabilities. Little did the Galactic Consortium know that this 8-hour period of apparent weakness would become humanity's most profound strength. The seeds of a galactic revolution were being quietly planted, one unconscious moment at a time. As the research vessel maintained its silent vigil, the human world below continued its mysterious dance of consciousness and regeneration. unaware that they were about to change everything the galaxy thought it knew about survival, intelligence, and potential. The human research complex buzzed with a different kind of energy. While most biological entities would view an 8-hour shutdown as a critical vulnerability, Dr. Elena Rodriguez saw it as the ultimate opportunity for innovation. Her team had developed a revolutionary approach that transformed human limitations into unprecedented strengths. The Neural Link Laboratory represented the pinnacle of human adaptive technology. Rows of advanced computing systems lined the walls, each connected to a sophisticated network that could maintain continuous operation while individual team members cycled through carefully managed rest periods. It was a ballet of biological necessity and technological precision that would have been impossible for any other species in the known galaxy. Diagnostic systems are at 99.7% efficiency, announced Marcus, the lead systems engineer. His fingers danced across holographic interfaces, tracking multiple research streams simultaneously. We've completed 3 separate breakthrough simulations during the night shift. The concept was deceptively simple yet revolutionary. While individual humans powered down, their carefully designed artificial intelligence systems continued pushing the boundaries of scientific understanding. Research projects progressed without interruption. Complex mathematical models solved themselves. Technological innovations emerged from the collaborative dance between human creativity and machine precision. Dr. Rodriguez pulled up a comprehensive display showing the intricate network of human innovation. Each research station operated like a living organism, with team members rotating through sleep cycles while maintaining absolute continuity. A medical research team in one wing developed advanced genetic therapies. An engineering group in another section refined quantum computing algorithms. A planetary exploration unit mapped distant star systems, all happening simultaneously, all powered by the unique human ability to rest and renew. Most species view sleep as a weakness, Elena explained to a visiting group of galactic researchers. We see it as our greatest evolutionary advantage. The visitors from the quantum collective struggled to comprehend the concept. Their own existence was a constant state of alert consciousness, with no periods of reduced cognitive function. Every moment was a moment of potential productivity. The idea of voluntarily reducing neural activity seemed like strategic suicide. But humans had discovered something profound. Sleep wasn't an interruption of productivity. It was the source of their most significant breakthroughs. Neurological studies had revealed extraordinary details about human cognitive processes. During sleep, the brain performed complex maintenance operations. It consolidated memories, processed emotional experiences, and generated creative solutions to seemingly impossible problems. What appeared to be a state of complete shutdown was actually a sophisticated period of internal optimization. The research complex demonstrated this principle in action. Automated systems tracked every microscopic detail of ongoing projects. When human researchers returned from their rest periods, they arrived with fresh perspectives, innovative solutions, and renewed mental clarity. Problems that seemed insurmountable during hours of conscious effort would suddenly have elegant solutions after a period of unconscious processing. In the agricultural development wing, a breakthrough irrigation system emerged from a dream experienced by Dr. Helena Kim. During her sleep cycle, her subconscious mind had solved a complex fluid dynamics problem that had stumped her research team for months. When she awoke, the complete solution was fully formed in her mind, a testament to the human brain's extraordinary capabilities. Nearby, a quantum computing team had developed a revolutionary communication protocol during their collective rest periods. By allowing their artificial intelligence systems to process and cross-reference massive amounts of data, they had created a communication method that could potentially revolutionize interstellar information exchange. The visiting galactic researchers watched in stunned silence. Their own technological approaches relied on constant, uninterrupted consciousness. The human method seemed chaotic, unpredictable, and yet undeniably effective. We don't just survive during our sleep, Dr. Rodriguez said with a subtle smile. We evolve. The neural link systems continued their silent work, processing, analyzing, and innovating. Rows of workstations hummed with potential, waiting for their human operators to return, refreshed and ready to push the boundaries of known science. Outside the research complex, the first light of dawn began to break. Another cycle of human innovation was about to begin, powered by 8 hours of mysterious, transformative rest. The Galactic researchers realized they were witnessing something unprecedented. Humanity wasn't just adapting to the universe, they were reimagining what adaptation could mean. The battlefield stretched across 3 planetary systems, a conflict that would redefine interstellar warfare. Commander Sarah Chen stood at the holographic command center, her posture relaxed yet alert. The other species viewed human military strategy as an impossible contradiction, a force that seemed to grow stronger through periods of apparent vulnerability. The Orion conflict had been raging for 17 standard months, pitting humanity against the Krelvax Imperium, a species known for their relentless, never-resting combat approach. The Krelvax military operated on a principle of constant vigilance, with biological augmentations that prevented individual soldiers from experiencing true rest. They believed sleep was a fatal weakness, a remnant of primitive survival strategies. They were about to learn how wrong they could be. Human military doctrine had evolved into something entirely unprecedented. While individual soldiers cycled through carefully managed rest periods, the entire combat system remained dynamically responsive. Advanced neural link networks allowed for seamless information transfer, with rested soldiers bringing fresh perspectives and innovative solutions to complex battlefield challenges. Incoming squadron formation. Lieutenant Marcus Rodriguez called out, his voice calm. Predictive models show 3 potential engagement scenarios. The command center hummed with a unique energy. Unlike other military forces that relied on constant alertness, human strategists had discovered that periodic rest wasn't just a biological necessity, it was a tactical superweapon. Psychological studies had revealed extraordinary insights into human cognitive performance. Short, strategic rest periods allowed soldiers to process complex emotional experiences, reset their mental frameworks, and approach challenges with unprecedented creativity. Where other species burned out through constant engagement, human military units became more effective with each carefully managed sleep cycle. The Krelvax had initially believed they could exploit what they perceived as human vulnerability. Their initial attacks targeted human settlements during presumed rest periods, expecting to find defenseless populations. Instead, they encountered a nightmare scenario of adaptive defense systems, predictive combat algorithms, and soldiers who were perpetually refreshed and mentally sharp. Commander Chen watched the holographic battlefield display, her mind processing multiple strategic layers simultaneously. The human military had developed a revolutionary approach to combat psychology. Each soldier underwent specialized training that transformed sleep from a potential weakness into a powerful cognitive enhancement tool. Neurological interface systems allowed for rapid information processing during rest periods. Soldiers could review mission parameters, practice tactical scenarios, and develop innovative problem-solving approaches while technically unconscious. Dream state training protocols pushed the boundaries of human cognitive potential, creating a fighting force that was fundamentally different from any other in the known galaxy. Status report on the 3rd planetary defense grid, Chen requested. Lieutenant Rodriguez pulled up a comprehensive display. Automated defense systems are at full capacity. Rotation teams are maintaining 98.6% operational efficiency. The Krelvax command structure struggled to comprehend the human approach. Their own military doctrine demanded constant alertness, with soldiers maintained in a state of chemical-induced hyper-awareness. The mental and physical toll was tremendous, leading to rapid burnout and decreased cognitive flexibility. Humans had discovered something revolutionary. True strength came not from constant action, but from the ability to strategically disengage and renew. A series of incoming transmission alerts flickered across the command center's displays. The Krelvax were launching what they believed would be a decisive offensive. Commander Chen allowed herself a slight smile. Their predictive algorithms had already mapped out 12 potential counter-strategies, each developed during carefully managed rest periods. The battle would be fought not just with weapons and technology, but with the extraordinary human capacity for psychological renewal. As the first wave of Krelvak's attack vessels approached, human defense systems came alive. Automated protocols integrated seamlessly with human tactical decision-making. Soldiers who had just completed carefully managed rest periods moved with precision, their minds clear, their responses innovative and unpredictable. The Orion conflict was about to become a masterclass in the power of strategic rest. In the vast darkness of space, humanity was about to demonstrate that the ability to temporarily disconnect was not a weakness. It was the ultimate evolutionary advantage. The Neural Optimization Laboratory gleamed with an ethereal light, a testament to humanity's most ambitious biological frontier. Dr. Elena Rodriguez adjusted her neural interface, preparing for another breakthrough in human cognitive enhancement. Her team stood at the precipice of a scientific revolution that would redefine the very concept of human potential. Sleep had always been mysterious, a biological necessity that seemed counterintuitive to survival. Now it was becoming humanity's most powerful evolutionary tool. The wall-length holographic displays showed intricate brain maps, each neural pathway a complex web of potential and possibility. Advanced scanning equipment tracked microscopic changes in brain chemistry, revealing the extraordinary processes that occurred during human rest periods. Preliminary data suggests a 42% improvement in cognitive plasticity, Dr. Rodriguez announced to her research team. Our neural link optimization protocols are producing results that exceed our most optimistic projections. The breakthrough came from an unexpected convergence of multiple scientific disciplines. Neurobiology, quantum computing, genetic engineering, and psychological research had combined to transform human sleep from a passive biological process into an active period of unprecedented growth and development. New neural interface technologies allowed researchers to map and enhance the brain's natural regenerative processes. During sleep, carefully designed quantum algorithms would interact with neural networks, helping to consolidate memories, process emotional experiences, and generate creative solutions to complex problems. A young researcher named Dr. Michael Chen approached the primary research station. The dream state learning protocols are showing remarkable results, he reported. Subjects are demonstrating accelerated skill acquisition and enhanced problem-solving capabilities. The implications were staggering. Humans could now learn complex skills, process emotional traumas, and develop innovative solutions while technically unconscious. Languages, mathematical concepts, technical skills, all could be absorbed during carefully managed rest periods. Medical scanners revealed the profound biological changes. The human brain underwent a complex cleaning process during sleep, removing toxic proteins, consolidating important memories, and reorganizing neural connections. What other species saw as downtime was actually a sophisticated maintenance and optimization protocol. We're not just sleeping, Dr. Rodriguez explained to a group of visiting galactic researchers. We're actively reconstructing and enhancing our cognitive capabilities. The laboratory had developed specialized neural interfaces that could guide the brain's natural regenerative processes. Targeted electromagnetic frequencies would stimulate specific neural pathways during rest periods. Subjects could enhance muscle memory, process complex emotional experiences, and even begin learning new skills, all while appearing to be completely unconscious. A holographic display showed a series of brain scans. Each image represented a different stage of the enhanced sleep process. Neural pathways would light up in complex patterns, showing how the brain continued to work, process, and grow even during periods of apparent rest. The psychological implications were equally profound. Humans had always possessed an extraordinary capacity for emotional resilience. Now they could actively process and heal from traumatic experiences during sleep, emerging stronger and more adaptable. Traditional medical approaches viewed sleep as a passive process, Dr. Chen explained. We now understand it as an active period of biological optimization. A series of test subjects demonstrated the remarkable capabilities. One individual had learned conversational Mandarin during a single 8-hour rest period. Another had processed and resolved deep-seated emotional challenges. A third had developed an innovative solution to a complex engineering problem, all while technically unconscious. The visiting galactic researchers watched in stunned silence. Their own biological approaches relied on constant consciousness, viewing rest as a fundamental weakness. Humans had transformed sleep into their most powerful evolutionary advantage. "We're rewriting the fundamental understanding of biological potential," Dr. Rodriguez said, her eyes gleaming with the excitement of scientific discovery. Outside the laboratory, the first light of dawn began to break. Another cycle of human innovation was about to begin, powered by 8 hours of mysterious, transformative rest. The universe was about to discover that humanity's greatest strength lay not in constant action, but in the profound potential of strategic renewal. The colony ship Horizon Prime drifted silently through the uncharted regions of the Andromeda frontier. Its unique design embodied humanity's revolutionary approach to interstellar colonization, a living, breathing ecosystem that never truly slept. Chief Colonization Strategist Dr. Elena Rodriguez reviewed the mission parameters from her regeneration pod. Unlike traditional colonial vessels, this ship operated on a continuous cycle of human and artificial intelligence collaboration. While human crew members cycled through carefully managed rest periods, advanced autonomous systems maintained constant progress. The ship represented more than a transportation method. It was a mobile civilization, a testament to humanity's ability to transform apparent vulnerability into unprecedented strength. Holographic displays tracked the vessel's complex operations. Hydroponic systems continued their precise agricultural cycles. Maintenance robots performed intricate repairs. Research teams developed new technologies. All of this occurred simultaneously, with human crew members rotating through rest periods that allowed for continuous innovation and adaptation. The Galactic mapping system showed humanity's extraordinary expansion rate. Where other species required decades to establish a single colony, humans could transform an entire planetary system within months. The secret lay not in constant action, but in strategic renewal. Planetary terraforming protocols are at 87% efficiency, announced the ship's central computer. A young engineer named Michael Chen reviewed the data, his mind sharp from a recent rest period. The autonomous systems had continued critical terraforming processes, adapting to unexpected planetary challenges with remarkable precision. The Horizon Prime approached a previously uncharted star system. Automated probes had already begun comprehensive environmental assessments. While most colonial expeditions would require weeks of careful planning, human technology allowed for rapid, adaptive colonization. Dr. Rodriguez understood the fundamental difference between human expansion and that of other galactic civilizations. Most species viewed colonization as a constant, aggressive process. Humans saw it as a sophisticated dance of action and renewal. Planetary development modules deployed with mechanical precision. Robotic construction units began transforming hostile environments into habitable zones. Each system was designed to function with minimal direct human intervention, allowing for continuous progress during crew rest periods. The ship's cultural preservation team worked on maintaining human social structures during long-duration missions. Advanced psychological support systems ensured crew members could process complex emotional experiences during their rest cycles. Mental health wasn't an afterthought. It was a critical component of the colonization strategy. A series of incoming data streams highlighted the mission's progress. Atmospheric processors began converting toxic planetary atmospheres. Geological stabilization systems prepared ground for initial settlements. Agricultural development modules started initial ecosystem development. The visiting galactic observation team struggled to comprehend the human approach. Their own colonial efforts required constant direct supervision, with species working in exhausting, never-ending shifts. Humans had discovered a fundamentally different method of expansion. "We don't conquer planets," Dr. Rodriguez often explained to her interstellar colleagues, "We collaborate with them. We adapt. We renew." The Horizon Prime's neural link systems continued their silent work. Predictive algorithms analyzed potential planetary challenges. Research teams developed innovative solutions during carefully managed rest periods. The entire vessel operated like a living organism, constantly growing, adapting, renewing. As the first light of the new star system began to break across the ship's observation decks, human crew members prepared for their next cycle of exploration and development. Their strength lay not in constant action, but in their ability to strategically disengage and rebuild. Outside the ship's protective shields, an entire star system waited to be transformed. Humanity's unique approach to colonization was about to rewrite the fundamental understanding of interstellar expansion. The universe was learning that true progress wasn't about continuous movement, but about the profound potential of strategic renewal. Another cycle of human innovation was about to begin, powered by 8 hours of mysterious, transformative rest. The Institute of Cognitive Dynamics stood as a beacon of human psychological research, a place where the mysteries of consciousness were unraveled one rest cycle at a time. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood before a panel of galactic researchers, preparing to reveal humanity's most profound discovery, the true nature of human consciousness. "Sleep is not a weakness," she began, her voice calm and resolute. "It is the most sophisticated cognitive optimization system in the known universe." The holographic displays behind her illustrated a complex neural network, showing the intricate processes that occurred during human rest periods. Unlike other species that viewed unconsciousness as a vulnerable state, humans had discovered it was a powerful period of internal reconstruction and innovation. Neurological scanners captured the extraordinary complexity of the human brain during sleep. Neural pathways would light up in intricate patterns, processing emotions, consolidating memories, and generating creative solutions to complex problems. What appeared to be a state of complete shutdown was actually a sophisticated maintenance and growth protocol. Dr. Michael Chen, a lead researcher in psychological neurobiology, presented the latest findings. "Our studies show that the human brain doesn't just rest during sleep," he explained. "It actively reorganizes, processes emotional experiences, and generates innovative problem-solving approaches." The visiting researchers from the Quantum Collective struggled to comprehend the concept. Their own cognitive processes relied on constant, uninterrupted awareness. The idea of voluntarily reducing neural activity seemed counterintuitive to their understanding of intelligence. Holographic displays showed a series of breakthrough discoveries. Subjects had solved complex mathematical problems, processed deep emotional traumas, and developed innovative technological solutions, all while technically unconscious. The human brain had transformed sleep from a biological necessity into a powerful cognitive enhancement tool. "We've discovered that emotional processing is most effective during rest periods," Dr. Rodriguez continued. "The human mind can confront and resolve complex psychological challenges in ways no other species can comprehend." A series of case studies illustrated the profound psychological capabilities. One subject had worked through generations of inherited emotional trauma during a single rest cycle. Another had developed a breakthrough engineering solution that had eluded research teams for decades. A third had learned to speak a complex language with near-native fluency. The psychological implications were staggering. Humans had turned what other species viewed as a fundamental weakness into their most powerful evolutionary advantage. Rest was not an interruption of consciousness. It was the primary method of cognitive optimization. Specialized neural interface technologies had revealed the extraordinary depth of human psychological resilience. During sleep, the brain would process complex emotional experiences, resolve internal conflicts, and generate creative solutions to seemingly impossible challenges. Most species avoid confronting their deepest psychological challenges, Dr. Chen explained. Humans use their rest periods as a sophisticated method of emotional and cognitive growth. The galactic researchers watched in stunned silence, Their own approaches to psychological health relied on constant conscious intervention. Humans had discovered a fundamentally different method of mental maintenance and growth. Advanced scanning equipment continued to map the extraordinary neural processes. Each rest cycle revealed new layers of human cognitive potential. The brain would clean itself of toxic proteins, reorganize neural connections, and generate innovative problem-solving approaches. "We're not just sleeping," Dr. Rodriguez said, her eyes gleaming with the excitement of scientific discovery. "We're actively reconstructing our psychological and cognitive potential." The Institute's research had profound implications for understanding consciousness, emotional intelligence, and human potential. What other species saw as a period of vulnerability was actually humanity's most powerful method of psychological and cognitive optimization. As the first light of dawn began to break, another cycle of human innovation was about to begin. The universe was learning that true intelligence wasn't about constant awareness, but about the profound potential of strategic renewal. Outside the research complex, the Galactic researchers contemplated a fundamental shift in their understanding of consciousness. Humanity had discovered something revolutionary, that the ability to temporarily disconnect was not a weakness, but the ultimate evolutionary advantage. The galactic conflict had reached its most critical moment. The combined alien coalition launched what they believed would be their decisive assault against human territories, certain they had discovered the ultimate weakness in human defensive capabilities. Commander Sarah Chen stood at the central command station of the human defense fleet, her posture calm and deliberate. The holographic displays showed the incoming wave of alien warships, a massive armada designed to overwhelm through constant, unrelenting action. They had no idea what was coming. The alien strategists had spent decades studying human military patterns. They believed they had identified the critical moment of vulnerability, the period when human military personnel would cycle through their rest periods. What they didn't understand was that human rest was not a weakness, but their most sophisticated weapon of war. "Incoming fleet approaching Sector 9, announced Lieutenant Marcus Rodriguez. "Predictive algorithms are mapping potential engagement scenarios." The Human Defense Network operated on a principle that defied every known military strategy in the galaxy. While individual units would cycle through carefully managed rest periods, the entire defensive system remained dynamically responsive. Neural link networks allowed for seamless information transfer, with rested soldiers bringing fresh perspectives and innovative solutions to complex battlefield challenges. The alien armada pressed forward, their ships designed for constant engagement. Chemical augmentations kept their crews in a state of perpetual alertness, believing that continuous consciousness was the ultimate military advantage. They had no concept of the sophisticated biological optimization that humans had achieved. Commander Chen watched the incoming fleet with a subtle smile. The human defensive systems were about to demonstrate why they were the most formidable fighting force in the known universe. Automated defense protocols came online. Predictive combat algorithms mapped potential engagement scenarios with mathematical precision. While some human personnel rested, advanced artificial intelligence systems maintained absolute operational readiness. Each rest cycle was not a period of vulnerability, but a moment of strategic renewal. The first wave of alien ships entered weapon range. Their commanders believed they were launching a decisive strike against a seemingly defenseless target. They were wrong. Defensive systems came alive with unprecedented efficiency. Quantum-enhanced weapon platforms adjusted with microscopic precision. Defensive shields adapted to incoming attack patterns faster than the alien vessels could recalibrate their assault strategies. Defensive grid at maximum efficiency, Lieutenant Rodriguez reported. Adaptive response protocols are functioning at 99.8% capability. The alien fleet found themselves facing a nightmare scenario. Every time they thought they had identified a pattern in human defensive strategies, the system would shift. Rested human personnel brought fresh perspectives, innovative tactical approaches, and psychological resilience that defied traditional military understanding. Holographic displays showed the extraordinary complexity of human defensive capabilities. While some units rested, others maintained absolute operational readiness. Neural link networks allowed for instantaneous information transfer, with each rested soldier bringing renewed mental clarity and innovative problem-solving approaches. The combined alien coalition had believed they could exploit what they perceived as human vulnerability. Instead, they encountered a fighting force that seemed to grow stronger through periods of strategic renewal. Weapon systems adapted with unprecedented speed. Defensive shields reconfigured themselves faster than the alien fleet could comprehend. Each human rest cycle became a period of tactical innovation, psychological reset, and strategic optimization. Incoming fleet losing cohesion, announced the Central Combat System. Adaptive response protocols are neutralizing attack vectors. The battle became a masterclass in the power of strategic rest. Where other military forces burned out through constant engagement, human defensive capabilities seemed to grow more powerful with each carefully managed rest cycle. As the alien fleet began to break apart, Commander Chen understood the profound truth that had guided human military strategy. Their strength lay not in constant action, but in the ability to strategically disengage, renew, and return with unprecedented potential. The universe was about to learn that true military superiority wasn't about continuous movement, but about the profound potential of strategic renewal. Another cycle of human innovation had transformed what should have been a moment of vulnerability into the ultimate weapon of war. The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Dr. Elena Rodriguez presented humanity's final report on their unprecedented rise to universal prominence. Representatives from thousands of alien civilizations listened in stunned disbelief, struggling to comprehend how a species that spent 1/3 of each day unconscious had become the dominant force in the known universe. Holographic displays traced humanity's extraordinary journey. Where other civilizations had burned out through constant action, humans had discovered the revolutionary power of strategic renewal. Their ability to temporarily disconnect had become their most profound evolutionary advantage. We did not conquer the galaxy through constant motion. Dr. Rodriguez began, her voice calm and resolute. We conquered it through our ability to grow, adapt, and renew. The historical projection showed humanity's unprecedented expansion. Planetary terraformation occurred at rates that defied previous scientific understanding. Technological innovations emerged at an exponential pace. Military strategies adapted with a flexibility that left other species bewildered. The secret had been remarkably simple and entirely counterintuitive. While other civilizations maintained constant consciousness, humans had transformed their periods of rest into their most powerful tool of evolution. Sleep was not a weakness to be overcome, but a sophisticated biological optimization system that allowed for continuous growth, emotional processing, and innovative problem-solving. Galactic mapping systems illustrated humanity's extraordinary territorial expansion. Entire star systems had been transformed, colonized, and integrated into a vast human network. Each colony operated on the same principle of strategic renewal, continuous progress through carefully managed rest cycles. The representatives from the quantum collective leaned forward, their neural interfaces struggling to process the presented information. Their entire understanding of consciousness, productivity, and survival had been fundamentally challenged. Dr. Rodriguez continued her presentation. Scientific breakthroughs, military innovations, and cultural developments had all emerged from humanity's unique approach to consciousness. While other species saw rest as an interruption, humans had transformed it into their primary method of growth and adaptation. Psychological research revealed the depth of human potential. Emotional traumas could be processed, complex problems solved, and innovative solutions generated, all during periods of apparent unconsciousness. The human brain had become a sophisticated quantum computer that continued working even when it appeared to be offline. The military representatives from various galactic civilizations watched in stunned silence. Humanity's defensive capabilities had redefined the very concept of strategic warfare. What other species saw as vulnerable rest periods had become the ultimate tactical advantage. Technological innovations traced humanity's journey. Advanced neural link systems, adaptive colonization protocols, and revolutionary cognitive enhancement technologies had all emerged from their unique approach to consciousness. Each rest cycle became a period of profound potential, a moment of internal reconstruction and growth. "We discovered something fundamental about intelligence," Dr. Rodriguez explained. "True strength lies not in constant action, but in the ability to strategically disengage and renew." The galactic map continued to show humanity's expansion. Where other civilizations had fought for centuries over limited resources, humans had developed adaptive technologies that transformed entire planetary systems. Terraformation occurred at unprecedented rates. Scientific breakthroughs emerged with remarkable consistency. Cultural representatives noted humanity's extraordinary psychological resilience. Their ability to process complex emotional experiences, resolve internal conflicts, and generate innovative solutions had transformed every aspect of galactic civilization. As the presentation concluded, the fundamental truth became clear. Humanity's 8-hour rest cycle, once viewed as a fatal weakness, had become the most powerful evolutionary strategy in the known universe. The Galactic Council chamber remained silent. Thousands of alien representatives contemplated a fundamental shift in their understanding of intelligence, survival, and potential. The universe had learned its most important lesson. True dominance wasn't about constant motion, but about the profound potential of strategic renewal. Humanity had not conquered the galaxy in spite of sleeping 8 hours a day. They had conquered it precisely because they understood the revolutionary power of rest. Outside the council chamber, the first light of a new cosmic dawn began to break. Another cycle of human potential was about to begin.